Welcome back in 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. South Carolina head coach Shane Beamer joins us now on 3HL. Coach, what's up? How are you?
Doing great. Hope you guys are.
Doing well. What is this event for you? Like, how do you prepare for it? How big is this for you selling your program?
No, it's huge. Obviously, you see the amount of people here. You see the fact that it's on national television, the media attention on it. You know it's big. So, for me, it's one kickoff kind of the season. You know, once you do this, it's getting close, and it's almost go time. It's towards the end of the summer. And then, obviously, you know, our fans watch this, and our players will see this, and really just kind of making sure that, you know, I'm helping you guys and talking to the media, but also trying to do a great job of getting out there what we need to get out there about the South Carolina football team in 2024.
But it's fun too, right?
It is. No,
like,
it is.
That's one of the things I always love about you is you're always having fun. Like every year you do something that, you know, one of my favorites was the like speed sign thing that you guys were doing, testing speeds and sprint. You know, like it seems like that's something that's important to you and we see across your program.
It is. I appreciate you saying that. I do have fun. Like, I'm blessed. This is, you know, people can complain about this. I don't. I think it's awesome. I mean, 20 minutes before I'm on the main stage on national television, I'm on a bull up there in one of the rooms, like in a cowboy hat. I mean,
boy, I can't wait to see
not
these.
a real bull, but like a fake bull.
Yeah. I was going to say, they have a bull in the Omni? How'd they get him in here?
Wait, hold on. Is it mechanical?
I asked that. I thought it was. Like, I got on there thinking it was going to be a mechanical bull. They're like, no, it doesn't, like, turn on. You just sit on it. I'm like,
I mean, that probably could be dangerous, right?
But it's fun, though, to be surrounded by so many great players and coaches, media members that I listen to and see, being able to talk about something that I love, which is coaching at South Carolina. It's hard for me not to have fun. It's a long day, and it can wear on you, but it's fun, too.
Well, and you have a adorable sidekick with you, too.
Yeah, he thought he wanted to experience SEC Media Day. I'm not sure he'll be back in 25.
Look at the look on his face.
I know. He's like, man, this is
He's hangry right now. It was an early morning in Columbia, and he hadn't really had lunch, so we're in that mode right now. But it's cool to be able to share it with him.
South Carolina head coach Shane Beamer with us on 3HL.
Coach Beamer, man, this is an opportunity for you to go in the Boom Boom Room, as only right, being able to do this. When you walk in the Boom Boom Room, the doors are locked behind you. It's only me and you talking.
He knows the drill.
I always got to run it down to him.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you agree to all these terms?
I agree to all the terms.
All right,
I did the Boom Boom Room in 23, and then y'all didn't have me back in 24. So
No. You were too busy.
You was all over. You was all over.
Not me. I always got room for our time for you guys in the Boom Boom Room.
The door is locked, man. Now, Coach Beamer, let me ask you this, man. Stepping away from the game, what's one thing that you would love to be able to go and do if you could snap your fingers, whether that be travel, whether it be spend time on the lake, whatever it may be at the beach? What's one thing to get away from football to relax your mind?
Go to the beach, and I'll be back at the beach here in about 4 hours once I get out of here for a few more days of downtime. But no, we're fortunate in South Carolina. We've got some amazing beaches that are close to Columbia. For me, my son is here, like I said. He'll be 11 in a couple weeks. I've got 2 daughters that are in high school. So just being able to spend some great family time with my girls, my wife, Emily, my son, my 2 daughters, I cherish those moments. And while I'm still, I don't know if they think I'm cool and they want to hang out with me, but they act like they do at least.
Yeah. Family is one thing you continue to talk about. Well, I had an opportunity to come up there at the spring game, see you guys behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's in your culture. It's in your fabric. And you see that walking around talking to the other families. How has that helped usher in through this time of NIL and all this? How's that stability and foundation being a part of your program?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, every year with the portal and whatnot, teams change every year. Every year is like starting over. Yeah. So for us, you know, it starts with that dynamic, and it's about relationships. And with so many new people coming into your program each year, if it's just straight like transactional, it ain't going to work.
Right.
And you've got to be able to connect with people, player to coach, coach to coach, player to player. I don't believe I did a good enough job of that last year, and really have been very intentional about doing a better job of that this year. But that's where it all starts, is just the relationship piece of it. And you obviously have been around sports all your life. It's about being on teams and how close those teams can become.
See, I love the Boom Boom Room because you get transparency like that. Self-check in the Boom Boom Room.
Yep.
That's what it's about. You got one dinner. You got 4 people you need to have at dinner with. It can be in the past. They can be passed away, present, whatever it is. You got 4 people who would you have at the dinner with you, and what would you soak up?
4 people. Golly.
That's now we're getting to it.
Yeah, I'm a history buff,
Yeah.
so I would love to grab, just like founding fathers and people that have been through George Washington,
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln.
That's 2 right there.
Grab
baby.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's 3. Only got one more spot now.
Maybe Winston Churchill.
Hey,
a little
I
bit
like
more
that.
recent. Just kind of talking history, leadership. You
Yeah.
know, I love history, love leadership. Picking their brain on leadership and stories.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
I love that, man. All right, well, that was subtle in the boom boom room. We'll let you out.
All right, my man.
Unlock the door.
Well, I was like, man, you let him out.
That's my guy, man. You know what I mean?
Easy.
Yeah, I see. We got to set this up. Great year in 22, 23. About it like
Okay.
now, we got to get back
I
on
was
the
watching
backside.
this guy
of it.
hooping when I was a GA in Tennessee in the early 2000s.
Oh my
So,
gosh,
There's
seriously?
some ties
Yeah.
right there, man.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some
I
ties.
I didn't even connect
Yeah,
that.
man.
GA
Yeah.
for Coach Fulmer, 2001, 2, and 3. So I was going to Vol games on the weekends or whenever I could.
Yeah.
My man out here was hooping it.
Did you,
And then I'd
do
see
you
him,
have any
see him on the
stories?
strip at night running
That's
around.
what I was going to ask. I'm like, I know it was late,
Yeah.
too.
I don't know stories. I can remember like walking out of places like I don't even know, stood there like Cool Beans and those places.
Yeah.
That's Ron
Yeah.
Slay over there across Kingston Pike.
Cool
That's
bean.
the only one still left. Cool beans.
I've actually been there.
Yeah, see?
Not even a UT girl.
Staple.
Okay, so go ahead.
No, I was just going to say he asked that question one time about what 4 people, and Garrett Nussmeier, the LSU quarterback, said George Washington.
Really?
Also.
We
Yeah.
might-
Never did ever said a president. He was the first you to say.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
We got a
These
bunch
are
of
safe.
history buffs
yeah, they
around
want to
here.
hear the history.
Sports figures, is that what most of them say?
Yeah, a lot of them
Yeah.
and
Kobe
parents
and-
or grandmothers that have passed,
Yeah, that's
something like
true.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Wow. Sorry, I was going to go back to football talk.
Go
here.
ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I mean, well, you talk about the family aspect, the transfers. You've got a lot this year. I mean, you hit the portal. Like,
Yeah.
what was the mindset behind that, and how do you think it's worked?
Yeah, mindset was just, we had to start 5 true freshmen last season. We needed to increase the depth. If you look back at our issues last season, we had too many injuries, which forced us to play true freshmen. And defensively, we just didn't have the depth at all 3 levels, DB, linebacker, and D-line. So, yes, we recruited well, but I didn't want to have to rely on freshmen everywhere. We needed to go increase the depth at every level and feel like we have. We've done that at every position. We've brought in transfers. And if you look at our roster, we don't have a guy right now that has the production of a Spencer Rattler or a production of an Xavier Legette. But what we do have at every position is overall, in my mind, more talent, more depth, and more competition than what we had last season. So that was the biggest thing, is just increasing all that and feel like we have.
When you look at the portal, you look at recruiting, how do you think, or does it, Texas and Oklahoma coming into the conference affects it?
For us, not a whole lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I coached at Oklahoma. We recruited against SEC schools when I was at Oklahoma. Maybe makes it a little bit easier for them to compete against or recruit against SEC schools now being in the SEC. But from our standpoint at South Carolina, not a lot. I mean, the league has gotten tougher. We know that. You're going to be in more battles with those guys, but really we were all ready to begin with.
You guys don't ease into this conference schedule either.
No.
Like you start off with a non-conference and then you straight into it with Kentucky
Yeah.
on the road too.
Yeah, we'll jump right into it. So, we've got to be better. We didn't start well last year, and we need to get off to a better start. But now we'll know, at Old Dominion to open the season won't be easy.
Right.
Then we're at Kentucky, then LSU at home in
Right.
the first 3 weeks. So we're all about competition. You want to compete against the best. That's what you get to do in this league.
You're talking about home. I always say South Carolina is one of the most underrated home environments, like
Oh, yeah.
advantages.
For
And it
sure.
doesn't matter if the team
Yeah.
is like national championship worthy or like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Man, that environment is amazing. And then Slay goes to the spring game. He's like, it was crazy there. And they like limited people and all of that.
Yeah.
So this should have been a boom boom room question, but do you think South Carolina is one of the most underrated
Yeah.
environments in
Absolutely.
college football?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like, our fans bring it every weekend. I mean, we were 2-6 last year at one point, and sold out our last 4 home games.
Right.
They bring it every week. I think all you have to do is look back to the Texas A&M game in 2022. They had something crazy. A&M did, I think, 7 false starts because of the crowd noise.
Yeah.
And center snapped the ball over the quarterback's head one time because they couldn't communicate, and that was a turnover. So, yeah, it's We know it's not underrated, but nationally, perception-wise, probably is. So I would encourage everybody to come on to Columbia and see what all the hype's about. You won't be disappointed.
It
is fun. South Carolina head coach Shane Beamer. Thank you for the
thank
time.
you guys.
Appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you having me on.
Boom,
Always
boom,
fun.
room
Boom,
alone.
boom, room.
Enjoy the beach, my friend.